Hey everybody, I'm back again. DVD Weasel on the Real DVD Watchers. It's week 41, I believe, possibly 42. Nah, I think it's 41. Yeah, this week I watched quite a lot. First one I watched was The Fly. This is a box set of 1 and 2, but I only watched number 1. I don't know, I might get around to watching number 2. Number 1 was actually really fun. Really good film. Most people have seen it by now, so I don't need to go into that much depth, but it's a really cool film, and it asks a lot of questions about humanity, and it has a very good underlying subtext to it, especially near the end. But yeah, this is really good. I'm glad I watched it. So yeah, first step on the way to being a Cronenberg fan. I need to see Videodrome now, and Scanners and Dead Ringers. And pretty much the only two other Cronenbergs I've seen is A History of Violence and Eastern Promises. And that's not the Cronenberg everyone seems to like, so yeah, one sec. Yeah, that's better. Next is an action film, which I haven't watched that many of lately. I used to love them, but I'm starting to watch more horror than action lately, because I'm starting to like horror a lot more than I did before, and I want to get into it a bit more. But yeah, The Rock. This is the first time I've actually seen this. I always clumped it together with Face Off and Con Air, because they're all Nick Cage action films. And when I was a kid, there was a box set of VHSs that I used to have, which had all 3 of these, and I watched Face Off and Con Air because they were 18s. And I really liked them, and I don't know what stopped me from watching The Rock for some reason, but yeah, this was a really fun action film, and I couldn't get the main scar out of my head for a few days, so it's really good. The next one is a horror masterpiece in my opinion. I just watched it for the first time because I just bought this. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I believe it has one of the best final shots in film history. Well, that I've seen anyway. Yeah, the final shot is excellent, with Leatherface swinging the chainsaw around. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, then you really need to see it. And if you didn't like it, then that's your opinion, and I respect it. But I really liked it. So yeah, it was great. I'm going to try and check out the second, because that's the only one people say is worth seeing out of the sequels. Well, that's the only one I've heard is worth seeing out of the sequels. Sorry, that covers out. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to talk about properly in this video. It's the first Blue Underground DVD that I've ever seen, that I've ever bought, sorry. It's the first giallo film. I think it's giallo, because this director does other kind of horror, other kind of Italian horror. First giallo film I've ever seen, first giallo film I own, first Dario Argento film I've ever seen, and first Dario Argento film I've ever owned. And it is opera. Yeah, Suspiria is in the post, so don't worry all those people who are like, he watched opera before Suspiria, get him. I don't know. But yeah, this came first, so I watched it as soon as it came, and I don't regret it because it was excellent, absolutely magnificent. Dario Argento so effortlessly moves the camera in such an amazing way that it makes me want to see every single one of his films, including Phantom of the Opera, which I've heard is not very good. Just anything by anybody who can make something this genius is going to be good on some level, even if it's just a visual level, which I don't even think Phantom of the Opera has a visual appeal to anybody. I don't know, I'm not sure. That's the bad one I've heard that he did. I've heard a few of his others, not too amazing, but yeah, I've picked this up. I've ordered it. I mean, sorry. This came. I've got Suspiria in the post. Next 2 I'm gonna buy are The Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Tenebrae, and I'm definitely gonna get the remastered version of Tenebrae because I want to get the best version I can. And every version on Region 2 is. It says it's fully uncut, but it has 15 seconds missing, and that 15 seconds could either make or break my decision on whether I like it. I'm not sure, but I want to see the entire thing as it was meant to be seen. So I'm going to order I think it's Anchor Bay, that one actually. Might be Blue Underground. But yeah. Enough of that. This is basically about Betty, who has a mysterious past, I should say, without spoiling it. She has a mysterious past with her parents. I don't know if her dad's touched upon, but her mother, she sees visions of her a few times throughout the film. But yeah, I won't go into depth about that because it'll spoil the ending, and the ending is magnificent, as well as the rest of the film. Basically, she keeps on, as you can see on the front cover, she's tied up with pins underneath her eyes. That's so she can't shut her eyes while the murderer is murdering her friends, because he never gets around to killing her. It's a mystery why up until the end, which is very clever. But yeah, he always ties her up, ties her to something so she can't get away, tips her mouth shut, and puts these pins underneath her eyes so she can't stop looking at her, at the killer murdering her friends. And yeah, it's basically one film that I've seen out of a few where it doesn't really, the twist about the killer isn't the big part of it. When you find out who the killer is, you're just like, oh, that was okay, and then it gets amazing. Yeah, it's great how they find out who the killer is. It's still a good twist of who the killer is, and then it's amazing what happens when they find out who the killer is. So you have to see this. You really, anybody who likes horror films has to see this. I'm definitely going to pick up a lot more giallo films if this is anything to go off, because this was absolutely excellent. The kills were just crazy, with heavy rock music playing in the background, really fast paced and mental, and it kind of contrasted very beautifully with the calm opera music that she sings, because she's an opera singer. That's why it's called opera, and sometimes Terror at the Opera. Yeah, but watch out for the crows. The crows play a big part in this film. So yeah, they do seem like kind of a minor character, but it's kind of foreshadowed by the opening shot of the crow's eye, and then it basically tells you that the crows see everything. I won't say any more because it'll just give it away. Yeah, the very ending was pretty cheesy, but I can forgive it. There's nothing wrong with cheese. It's just an excellent film, an amazing film, an amazing giallo film. Don't have any frame of reference, but it's still an amazing film, so it must be an amazing giallo film. Well, that's my opinion anyway. I don't like to impose my opinion and shove it down people's throats. I just want to air my opinion, and then people disagree. I don't care. It's your opinion, and if people agree, then that's brilliant. So yeah, check it out. I'm definitely gonna hopefully review Suspiria next week if it doesn't get held up in the post. Yeah, I hope it doesn't, because I can't wait to see Suspiria after that. I've heard Suspiria is his masterpiece, so I just can't wait. Yeah, check out all of the films, I think. Yeah, check out all of the films that I talked about in this video. The Rock only if you like, only if you're into action films. It's still a fun film to watch. You could spend 2.5 hours in a worse way. But yeah, check out Opera. Yeah, definitely check out Opera. I don't know where I'm going with the rest of this, so yeah, I'll be back next week, and thank you for watching me today.